Thank you very much.
We want Dr. J! We want Dr. J! We want Dr. J!
My friends, voters of Yuhua, I am very pleased to be here tonight in historic Jurong to greet you and to support my friend and colleague Ms. Teo So Lang, who will be your MP after the 7th of May. I want to thank those of you who have come from other constituencies. There are people from Holland-Bukit Timah, thank you for coming. There are people from Sembawang, I thank you as well. People from Bukit Panjang. But this evening, if you'll excuse me, I would like to address my comment to the voters of Yuhua. I say historic Jurong because this is the place where Singapore's heavy industry was born. This is the place that brought Singapore its wealth in the 60s. You, the people of Yuhua, have contributed so much to a grateful nation. But your previous MP has struggled to be worthy of your hard work. You have been represented by an MP who earns $1 million a year. But she claims she is not out of touch with the ground. I would be very interested to know how many of you people here earn $1 million a year. And she also told us in the newspapers last week, or a few weeks ago, that she works very hard. Well, for $1 million a year, I would bloody well hope that she works very hard for you. You, the people of Yuhua, do the real work in this country. The work that accumulates our wealth. But very few of you earn what she earns. My friends, we were on walkabout today, and I met an elderly gentleman, 76 years old. He served the Public Works Department for 43 years as a driver of a rubbish truck before they privatized the Public Works Department. Today, he has zero in his CPF because of his low wage. And at the age of 76, he works as a cleaner in an MRT station for $500 a month. This is the reason why myself and my colleagues are here today. And this is what motivated your candidate, Ms. Teo So Lang, to stand for Parliament to represent you, the people of Yuhua. I said earlier that Ms. Fu has told us in the last few weeks that she works very hard. But what has she actually achieved? Has she made prices go down for you? No. Prices went up by almost 1% again last week. Has she managed to bring a hospital up here to Jurong? Only last year was a hospital built after her party had been in power for 51 years. Has she managed to reduce your children's class sizes so that they can learn better? Classes are still as big as they were when Ms. Teo So Lang was a child. But I won't tell you how long ago that was. Has she managed to bring more jobs to Jurong? No, they set up a casino. More gambling with the people's money. And today, in today's papers, we learn that unemployment has gone up again. Which means that after the 35,000 jobs last year from the casinos, again, our economy is in trouble. And no doubt one of her colleagues will say to you, work cheaper, better, faster. But still your salary will not improve. And what did we also read in the papers today? That unemployment is higher in these last 3 months for Singaporeans What does that mean? If you take 10 people, there are 3 people who are Singaporeans who don't have a job, but just 1 non-Singaporean. Let's talk about the casino for a minute. Mr. Tanji said yesterday that the casino is the PAP's last card. My friend, Mr. Tan could have been referring to the PAP itself. We see it breaking down before our very eyes. On nomination day, we know that Mr. Steve Tan backs down from the contest. And you remember Mr. Yuhua Kwang, the MP in the last parliament for alternate, he announced that he was standing down. But he is now out on the hustings as a candidate in Ang Mo Kio. They are finding it impossible to get candidates. They are struggling. They are struggling to survive. I read the PAP manifesto. I hope you have as well. I understand they're giving very glossy color copies to every single household in this country. And I also listened today to the rally speeches that they made yesterday. The only idea it seems that they have is upgrading. But I ask you, as your government, are they not supposed to be upgrading your home and your environment? If after each 5-year program, they come to you and they say, sorry, I haven't upgraded, we would have chucked them out at least 5 parliaments ago. We have been walking around this community for many weeks now. And after 52 years of government, many of the precincts in Yuhua are still poorly managed. What has Ms. Fu been doing all these years? This morning, Mr. Shanmugam, the former Home Affairs Minister, and the MP for Nisun in the last Parliament, told us that the PAP's plans are very clear. Yes, we know, upgrading, that's the PAP's plan. The Singapore Democratic Party, on the other hand, offers the people of Yuhua what you want us to take to Parliament on your behalf. We also promise never to squander your hard-earned money in poisonous investments like they did in Holland-Bukit Timah. $8 billion of your conservancy charges. To repeat what DPM Teo Chee Bien said yesterday, do you know how many zeros there are in $8 million?
10 zeros, sir.
There are 6 zeros in 8 million. But now, there are 7. Because $8 million of your money was lost. So now, where there was $8 million, there's now 0. Ms. Fu's colleague squandered your money. And her other colleagues squandered, as Mr. Tan said earlier, many hundreds of billions of dollars in the last few years in investments that went wrong, and in the Youth Olympic Games that Dr. Balakrishnan still refuses to account for. My friend, Solang, on the other hand, has a proven track record of a lifetime of helping the underprivileged. When she became a lawyer, did she seek to go into the prestigious firm of Lee and Lee? No. She set up a small firm outside of the city and started giving free legal service, which she has continued to do throughout her professional life. She helped out with organizations dedicated to looking after the poor. And she set up a free legal service for those who had been charged with criminal offenses so that they would have the chance of a defense in court. The Criminal Legal Aid Scheme, which the government of Singapore refused to set up. And if you have read her book, you will know that Solang is a strong, brave, and determined lady. She will not let you down, just like